November, uniform Romeo November, ready to taxi.
Lima November, uniform Romeo November, runway 10, taxi via Golf 6, hold short of runway 28, then Golf 5, above Lima 4, Hotel Delta.
Runway 10, taxi via Golf 6, hold short of runway 28, then Golf 5, Papa, Lima 4, Hotel, Delta, Lima, November, uniform, Romeo, November.
All right. Here we are in Norway, Sola. Gonna take a VFR flight to Flesland, which pretty much has us going. Excuse me. We're gonna take off to the east, but
Lima November, uniform
we're
Mike,
gonna be
uniform ready to
predominantly
taxi.
heading north,
Lima November,
checking out
uniform Mike,
the
uniform runway 10, taxi via Golf Romeo Lima Hotel Delta.
some of the beauty of Norway.
Runway
We're
10,
gonna be
taxi
down
via
in the
Golf
just
Romeo
flight,
Lima Hotel Delta Lima November,
Piper
uniform Mike, uniform.
turbocharged edition, and this will probably be like leg one of. I'm not sure yet. Of a couple. Several, maybe. I hadn't quite fleshed out the whole plan, but they definitely have this first leg. So, up here and get started. We got traffic coming from SayIntentionsAI, along with the ATC coverage. Let's turn on our radios. Never flown in Norway before. This is the first time. Should be interesting. What time? Guess so. Who else? Where's those clouds come? Okay, and we'll go grab the ATIS information, which will be on 126. It's up a little bit. 2605.
One 650 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 18, 10. Wind 140 at 11. Visibility 10. Broken at 2800, broken at 3500, overcast at 4000. Temperature 10, dew point 5. QNH 1017. Transition level 80, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Foxtrot. Stavanger Airport, information Foxtrot. 1650 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 18, 10. Wind 140 at 11. Visibility 10. Broken at 2800, broken at 3500, overcast at 4000. Temperature 10, dew point 5. QNH 1017. Transition level 80, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have information Foxtrot. Stavanger Airport, information Foxtrot. 1650 Zulu.
Okay. 21755 should be ground. Brown, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo and Piper Arrow, VFR to Flesland, request flight following with information Foxtrot.
Clearance on request, you're number 1. Piper Echo Kilo, on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500. Departure on 118.505, squawk 6635.
On departure, maintain VFR at or below 1500. Departure on 118.505, squawk 6635, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Piper Echo Kilo, read back correct.
Okay, let's go ahead and get the engine started up here. Bad. Yeah, let's make sure fuel tank is on. Go ahead and check our fuel is at 75%. I did decide today that when we go out, I am going to take my dog with me. So we went ahead and we configured it to have myself, a little light, my dog, and some gear in the back today. And we are traveling together, man's best friend. I've just been thinking about my old girl a lot. How they move on and stay with us the whole time. Okay, go ahead and get our engine started up here. I digress. So we have our beacon lights coming on. We'll open the window up here. Oh, that's weird, right? That was so loud. Looks like somebody was taking off. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and set our mixture to rich. Drop to full. We are going to crack the throttle. I need to bring my mix down. I'm going to turn the fuel pump on low to bring it up to rich. Turn the fuel pump off. Magneto's over. Forgot to tell that lady to get out of the way. We already failed on the checklist right off the bat. And listen to that engine go. I'm gonna bring it back down to about 1500 manifold pressure there. Remote. Everything looks good. Fuel pump went off. We can go ahead and turn our nav lights on. Have no taxi lights in here. We just have our big light. We could turn that on. Alright, radios are set. Temperatures are coming in the green. It looks good. Parking brakes on. Flaps are down. Check our trim here. Neutral. Never used the rudder adjustment. That's right. Oh, the air was off. Oops. Check the fuses already.
Oh, broken it. Hack all runway and hold short instructions.
I wonder how it's doing that. Okay. Anyway, parking 3. Brown, Piper, Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo at parking 3. Ready to taxi with information Foxtrot.
Piper Echo Kilo, runway 18 taxi via Charlie 3, hold short of runway 36, then Charlie 3, hold short of runway 28, then Golf. Expect runway 18.
Runway 18 taxi via Charlie 3, hold short of runway 36, then Charlie 3, hold short of runway 28, then Golf. Expect runway 18. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Grand, good day, Lot 072. Please request clearance to Warsaw IFR. Which plane? Lot 072.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
072, clear to Warsaw via BIFC 1 Echo, departure runway 10, little climb, fly level 080, departure on 118.0505, squawk 5551, Lot 07.
072, read back correct.
Negative C3. Oh, see where I gotta go. Okay. All right, I know where we're going now. Let's make sure head tracking's working. All right, parking brake is off. Okay.
Kilo from Mike request push and start face southwest.
Kilo Mike, push and start approved, face southwest.
Nordic 970, request IFR clearance to Copenhagen. Nordic 970, request IFR clearance to Copenhagen.
Scandinavian 4615, runway 18, taxi via Lima 1, Sierra Golf, Golf 1.
Runway 18, taxi via Lima 1, Sierra Golf, Golf 1, Scandinavian 4615.
Piper Echo Kilo, cross runway 28.
Piper Echo Kilo, crossing runway 28.
Approaching runway 28. On runway 28 remaining. 5,900 feet.
Scandinavian 4615, give way to the Patriot Cessna on your right.
Give way to the Patriot Cessna Scandinavian 4615.
Approaching runway 28.
Gosh, they sent us all the way around the airport, basically. I parked clear across the way, man. We had to come all the way around the runways and then all the way down. Go line up with all these airliners down here. Ah, look at that church right there. That looks crazy. The steeples. That's something I haven't seen much of where I've been flying. I could see them like dotting the horizon across to it everywhere.
Give way to the Patriot Cessna Scandinavian 4615.
Slow down here.
Cessna Scandinavian 4615. Scandinavian 4615.
Sola ground, Nordic for Golf Mike, ready for departure and holding point hotel, runway 10.
Nordic 4 Golf Mike, contact tower on 118.355 for departure clearance.
Request for my 36 for departure.
Man, just go around this guy? What's he doing here, man?
Runway 36 for departure.
Clearance on request, you're number 1.
So please request clearance to Warsaw IFR. Which plane? 0072.
Scandinavian 4615, give way to the Patriot Cessna on your left.
I wish this dude would give way.
Scandinavian 4615.
Sola ground, we are ready to receive our IFR clearance.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Nordic 531 with information. Echo, request IFR clearance to Oslo.
Clearance on request, standby.
Oh, he's gone. Well, that solves the problem. There goes my virgin. Thanks. Probably because my CPU was overloaded and SayIntentions couldn't tell it what to do or something. don't think so though. I didn't feel lagged out or anything. Everything seemed to be running smooth from what I could tell. What's this guy doing? There's just another dude sitting on the road here. That's why we kept saying, like, give way to the other guy. Gosh, look at that crosswind. It said there was only like maybe 10 knots. But they look good. It looks so dark compared to what I was expecting.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact tower on 118.355.
Contacting tower on 118.35. Have a wonderful day. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Keep going or do I turn here? Oh, I'm going really fast. There we go. This is us. 8.5. We're ready. I may have actually went too far. Yeah, I thought there was one more, but there's just these turnarounds here. Thought there was still another crossway over to the runway.
Approaching runway 18.
Okay. Right, gets back on.
Kilo Mike, contact departure on 118.505.
Contact departure on 118.505 Kilo Mike.
Okay, so we'll get our mixture back to Rich. And landing lights are on, turn our strobe light on.
Contact departure on 118.505 Kilo Mike.
Pump on.
118.505 Kilo Mike.
Turn that back on in just a moment. Alright, and then we're gonna contact tower here. Tower, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, holding short, runway 18, VFR to the east, ready for departure.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Sola Tower, runway 18, winds 140 at 13, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 18, winds 140 at 13. Clear for takeoff, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Okay, parking brakes back off. A little bit of throttle. Check our altimeter. Take off here.
Approaching runway 18.
Heading bug ready. It looks pretty close already. That's set.
1.
And we're ready
Runway
for takeoff.
18
Full
remaining.
fuel pump back on.
8,000 feet.
So bringing the throttle up. Whoa. Whoa, what was that? Oh, that was our crosswind maybe? Goodness. That hit us hard. Go back here. Oh yeah, look at that. Blow us right off the runway. Landing gear up. It's rough. We should have left it down for a little bit. Straight down here. Climb out. God, they told me only 1,500 feet.
Wind 369er, winds 140 at 7, runway 18, cleared to land.
Cleared to land 18, Widow 369er.
Approaching runway
Traffic down there coming
36.
in.
Caution, caution.
Lima November Alpha Charlie Hotel, contact departure. Departure for Lima November Alpha Charlie Hotel.
We're currently flying near Stavanger, which is the 4th largest city in Norway. Stavanger is famous for its role in the Norwegian oil industry, earning it the nickname the oil capital of Norway. The city itself dates back to at least the 12th century, with Stavanger Cathedral being one of the oldest in the country, completed around 1150. Stavanger is also known for its colorful wooden houses in the old town, called Gamle Stavanger, which is one of the best preserved wooden settlements in northern Europe.
Okay. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 1700 feet, traveling 150 knots, and we are going about 120 degrees. Contacting control on 120.655, transponder set to 7000. Have a good evening. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Flight level 090 kilometers.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 2,000 feet, traveling 150 knots, and we're going about 60 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Polaris Control, roger, pass your message.
Polaris Control, just making radar contact for flight following.
Piper Echo Kilo negative for traffic service, traffic service.
Fuel pump's been on all this time. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 1,500 feet.
there aren't any major landmarks right below us, let me tell you about the closest city, Stavanger. Stavanger is a fascinating place, especially from an aviation perspective. Its airport, Sola, ENZV, was actually one of the first airports in Norway, opening way back in 1937. During World War II, it was occupied by German forces and played a significant role in their operations. Today, it's a hub for both civilian and offshore helicopter traffic, thanks to the North Sea oil industry.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo squawking 7635 mode Charlie, and altitude's at 1400 feet.
Next waypoint, can you confirm if you have a flight plan yet, please?
Cessna Papa Papa Bravo, no flight plan on file, say intentions.
Yeah, understood. Looks like we've got a comms problem there. Could we have flight following, please?
Since we're cruising over southwestern Norway, let me tell you about the municipality of Hjelmeland. This area is famous for its stunning fjords and dramatic landscapes, with the Fjorden carving its way through the mountains. Hjelmeland is also known for its fruit orchards, especially apples and plums. So if you ever land here, be sure to try the local cider. The area has been inhabited since the Stone Age, and you can still find ancient burial mounds scattered around. Oh, and here's something. Hjelmeland is home to the world's largest wooden chair. It's a quirky roadside attraction that stands over 5 meters tall.
Okay. Alright. World's largest chair. Dig it. Gotta see. Well, it's a little turbulent up here, but get a little better view than down in the trenches down there, right?
Piper Echo Kilo, contact Polaris Control on 134.903, transponder 7000. Have a good evening.
Contacting Polaris Control on 134.93, transponder 7000. Have a good evening. Whoa. Must be cold this way. Polaris Control, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 5,000 feet, going about 130 knots, and we are traveling we're traveling at 80 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Polaris Control, roger. Say request.
Radar identification, flight following.
Mike, request for clearance to Aberdeen with information India.
Clearance on request, you're number 1.
Mike, request for clearance to Bodø with information Quebec. Alpha, Mike, request IFR clearance to Bodø with information Quebec.
Piper Echo Kilo, verify your squawking 5457, mode Charlie.
Walking 5457 mode Charlie, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. My gosh, that's gorgeous, right? Look at that. What
Since
a
there aren't
beautiful
any major
place.
landmarks right below us, let me tell you about the closest airport, Sauda Airport, also known as Sauda Airfield. This small airstrip is nestled in the mountains and serves the town of Sauda, which is famous for its hydroelectric power and history of zinc smelting. The airport itself is mainly used by general aviation and is a favorite among glider pilots because of the fantastic mountain thermals in the area. It was opened in the 1970s, and while it's not a bustling hub, it has seen its share of adventurous landings thanks to the challenging terrain.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact Polaris Control on 120.655, transponder 7000, safe flight.
Contacting Polaris Control on 120.655, transponder 7000, safe flight. Have a good evening. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
1 second for that clearance.
Request by park grounds to Papa Bean with information India.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, traveling at 5,500 feet, going about 160 nautical miles, heading 290 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Polaris Control, roger, state request.
Flight following. VFR flight following.
Piper Echo Kilo, squawk 4441 and ident.
Squawk 441 and identify Piper Sierra Alpha Kilo. Altitude at my discretion, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Since there aren't any major landmarks directly beneath us, let me tell you about the closest municipality, Soldal. Soldal is a paradise for anyone who loves dramatic Norwegian landscapes. It's home to the mighty Suldalslagen River, which is one of Norway's best salmon rivers, and has attracted anglers from all over the world for centuries. The area is dotted with deep valleys and steep mountains, making it a favorite for hikers and photographers. Suldal is also known for the impressive Sandsfossen waterfall, which has been a natural gathering place for locals for generations. there aren't any major landmarks directly beneath us, let me tell you about the closest city, Haugesund. Haugesund is a coastal city with a fascinating connection to Viking history. The area is believed to be the burial place of Harald Fairhair, the first king to unite Norway, and there's even a national monument dedicated to him just outside the city. Haugesund has long been an important center for shipping and herring fisheries, which helped it grow rapidly in the 19th century. Today, it's known for its lively festivals, including the Norwegian International Film Festival. our 12 o'clock, just a few miles out, you'll spot the beautiful Fjorden winding its way through the landscape. This fjord is a classic example of the dramatic waterways that make Norway so famous. Carved out by glaciers during the last ice age, it's surrounded by steep mountains and lush forests, perfect for those dramatic aerial photos. The fjord is a favorite for boaters and kayakers, and if you look closely, you might even see some small fishing villages dotting its shores. Since there aren't any major landmarks directly beneath us, let me tell you about the closest city, Lervik. Lervik is the main town on the island of Stord and is known for its beautiful coastal setting and maritime history. The town has been a hub for shipbuilding for centuries, and you can still spot some impressive vessels in the harbor today. Lervik is also famous for its annual herring festival. Yes, people actually celebrate the humble herring here. The area has been inhabited since the Viking Age, and you might even spot some ancient burial mounds if you look closely.
Alpha Mike, request IFR clearance to Aberdeen with information Golf. Alpha Mike, request IFR clearance to Vormes with information Juliet. Alpha Mike, request IFR clearance to Vormes with information Juliet. Mike, request IFR clearance to Kjevik with information Juliet. Request IFR clearance to Sola with information Tango. Alpha Mike, request IFR clearance to Sola with information Tango. Alpha Mike, request IFR clearance to Gardermoen with the information Golf. Stand by. Request IFR clearance to Top with information Delta. Alpha Mike, request IFR clearance to Gardermoen with information Charlie. To Kjevik with information Juliet.
For Echo Kilo, contact Polaris Control on 124.705, transponder 7000.
aren't any major landmarks directly beneath us, let me tell you about the closest island, Bomlo. And here's something. Bomlo is home to the Langevag Church, built in 1859, which has stood watch over the island's seafarers for generations.
Echo Kilo, Polaris Control, pass your message. Piper Echo Kilo, Squawk 3471 and ident.
Polaris Control, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, cancel flight following.
Major landmarks directly beneath us. Let me tell you about the closest municipality, Austevoll. Austevoll is actually an archipelago made up of over 600 islands, so if you look out the window, you might spot a patchwork of land and sea. This area has been inhabited since the Stone Age, and it's famous for its fishing industry. Locals here have been hauling in herring and mackerel for centuries. The main island, Storebo, is home to a quirky tradition. Every year, the locals compete in a rowing race using traditional wooden boats.
Piper Sierra. Oops. Tower, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo. On left downwind, runway 17. West full stop landing.
Piper Echo Kilo, number 3, behind the wide road dash 8 on final, runway 17, winds 140 at 14, cleared to land. Caution wake turbulence. November Oscar Mike Golf, contact departures, good day.
Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo, number 3, behind the Widrow dash 8 on final. Runway 17, winds 140 at 14, cleared to land.
Requesting takeoff runway 17. We have a table to follow. Please advise.
Nordic Delta Yankee 611, runway 17, line up and wait.
Tower, this is Delta Yankee 611. What are we waiting for?
There goes traffic inbound right there, you see. I kind of had to cut my flight plan short. I plan on doing a lot more, but it's very late here and I need to go to bed. So we cut out about 50 nautical miles. It was still a pretty beautiful flight. Just kind of had to jettison here to the airport.
Good evening, establish Alice at runway 17. Nordic 632, Flesland Tower, say again please. Flesland Tower, Nordic 632, establish ILS at runway 17. Clear to land, runway 17, Nordic 632.
Oh.
contact departure on 121.005.
Contact departure on 121.005. Kilo Alpha Mike will short to runway 17, ready for departure.
Kilo Alpha Mike, Flesland Tower, stay again. Nordic 8 Kilo Bravo, contact departure on 121.005. Nordic 8 Kilo Bravo.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo on final for runway 17 full stop landing.
Piper Echo Kilo, wind 140 at 14, runway 17, cleared to land.
Runway 17 cleared to land. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Good day.
Approaching runway 17. Caution! Caution!
And then a notch of flaps, and I think we'll be alright. I can just keep her steady here.
This is Norway Delta Yankee 612 requesting takeoff runway 17, please. We are already lined up and waiting, and we have been waiting for quite a while. So when will you release us?
Their way to go be. Because I'm coming in low, it's slow.
Thank you. Nordic Delta Yankee.
Nordic Delta Yankee 612, say again. KLM 1170, contact departure on 121.005.
21005. KLM 1170.
Piper Echo Kilo, congratulations. You have landed at 100 different airports.
Ah, thank you. That's pretty awesome. Piper Echo Kilo.
Piper Echo Kilo, exit at Alpha 4 if able. Contact ground on 121.905.
Ah, we landed at 100 airports. This was my 100th airport.
Approaching runway 17.
There's another plane coming in behind me. You see him up there?
Kilo, hold short of runway
This
17.
guy's put down there
1 mile final.
complaining. We've been waiting a long time. I'll try to runway 17. Is this runway 17? Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, clear runway 17, contacting ground at 121.905. Have a wonderful day. There he goes. He's finally gonna get to take off. Get flaps up. Man, he looks like he's smoking. There's two more coming in. It's a busy airfield.
Kilo Alpha Mike, establish on ILS, flight level 030, Kilo Mike.
Okay, we'll contact ground. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, clear runway 17, request taxi to parking.
Piper Echo Kilo, taxi to apron Southgate 7 via Alpha 4 Bravo Whiskey. Good day.
Apron 7 via Alpha 4 Bravo Whiskey. Good day. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. I'm still on this. Taxi lights. Strobe light off. Hey man.
Scandinavian 67 Lima, runway 17 taxi via Romeo Mike, Golf Yankee Alpha 1.
Runway 17 taxi via Romeo Mike, Golf Yankee Alpha 1, Scandinavian 67 Lima.
Wide row 5 kilo, taxi to parking via Alpha 6 Echo Whiskey.
Alpha 6 Echo Whiskey, wide row 5 kilo.
Alright, well. Late. But I'm super grateful for this time in the sim. I'm grateful for how smooth everything felt tonight. Did have to cut our flight plan short, but we still landed at our destination airport. Did what we had to do. Everything just seemed to be working really well this evening. And I'm always grateful for that. So, thanks for riding along with me. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. Parking brakes on. Let's get our pitot heat off here. Let's turn our avionics off. Get our radios off here. Beacon on for the moment. Ups are down. Okay. I can go off. Battery can go off. is off. This off. The pump is off. Extra power switch is off. Tab it up. Chocks, tie downs. Everything looks good. That off. On this one. Flesland. We're in Bergen, Norway at Flesland. That's Echo. November, Bravo, Romeo.
Echo ready to taxi. Lima November Mike Whiskey Echo, runway 17 taxi via Whiskey Golf Yankee Alpha 1. Runway 17 taxi via Whiskey Golf Yankee Alpha 1, Lima November Mike Whiskey Echo.